So I wish I had a technique. Maybe you can try the short stroke. Maybe you can try holding it down here and pushing it back, getting it close. But I just paint once down the middle, once down the side, kind of. My turned up in turquoise is so clumpy. And then I clean up. So now my thumbs are left. Then I go ahead and do the base coat, because cleaning up your hand over and over will ruin your base coat if you've got a base coat on your thumbs. So I even wait to put the base coat on. Since I am right-handed, I'm going to paint with my left hand first, because chances are I will make mistakes using my left hand so that I can use this clean nail for cleanup. And I'm leaving my right thumb for last. That's my blister. I'm using my right thumb for last because I am right-handed and I'm usually pretty controlled, and my thumb is the biggest nail bed out of all my nails, and so I shouldn't have much problem with cleanup because all of my fingers will be polished by then, by the time I'm doing cleanup. But if I have a mistake, then I can use an orange stick, or even I use a folded up piece of paper and clean up in there if I have to. But I use my left hand first since it's the shakiest. And which isn't very shaky really. And my clumpy turned up in turquoise. Slowly against the skin because I don't want to touch my skin. Oops, I just jacked up my nail. I normally don't paint my nails this way, it's hard. Shit. Not much. There, now this whole hand is painted, and I'm left with my right hand and my big old thumb to paint at all. Close to the cuticle. Oops. I'll even pull my skin back a little bit so that I can paint without touching it. But I boo-booed, and this thumb is already painted, and I don't want to ruin it. So I have near me a postcard, and I'm gonna just clean it with a postcard. Oops. And there you have it. How I paint my nails. So then there's cleanup. And I've cleaned up the polish that I get on the face of my hand. My nails are wet with top coat. Because from cleaning my thumb and then wiping it on my fingers, my cleanup is usually right here. I wanted to show you guys. I always use these Q-tips from the beginning of when I started making videos, and you can get them at Sally Beauty Supply, Walgreens, Rite Aid, I'm sure CVS. They're just pointed, whereas a regular Q-tip is not pointed. They have a fat end, and this is a regular Q-tip. And it's flat, and then a pointed end. And it just makes it easier, I think, to do cleanup. Sometimes they'll be at Walgreens, and sometimes I won't see them anymore at Walgreens. It just depends. You kind of have to keep your eye out and look for them. But just clean it up. If you don't have pointed end Q-tips, they make little pens, but I find like those dry out like crazy before I even really get a chance to use them. If you have a regular Q-tip, they work just as fine. Oops. If not, some people think better. But what I do is I'll pinch off, I'll use my teeth actually and bite off Oh, that's hard with my retainer. I bit off most of the fuzz. Like this is the fuzz, and I just bit it right off. And it's stuck to my wet nail, of course. And I'll dip this into my polish remover because it's all fuzzy, you know? But when you dip it into your polish remover, you just give it a twirl around, and it becomes a more accurate kind of stick that has polish remover on it. And you can always do that if you don't have a pointy Q-tip. And at times I'll even do this if I find a pointy Q-tip is still too fat to fix my problem. I have a website, PlasmaSpeedo.com, but if you don't have a blog and you don't have an account, you don't have to log in. I have it set to where anybody can comment because I understand people don't have accounts and don't have blogging. Like, I was never a blogger, and I could never comment on blogs accounts because I just didn't want to be a member or any of that. And so I don't want you guys to have to follow or have to make a whole separate account. So I made PlasmaSpeedo page, my www.plasmaspeedo.com. I made it so that you can comment on it and hang out with me even if you don't want to make an account, because I think it's silly that people force you to have an account to comment. That's where a lot of my nail art, that's where it's all going to be. All of me, the navy, but I have it separated in tabs at the top, so if all you're interested is in the nail stuff, then you can absolutely just click on the nail polish tab and see the nail stuff. No need to become a follower of it or anything. I don't care if I have followers. I just want you guys to know where I'm going to be. A lot of people have zero patience for painting their nails because their polish never dries, but I can honestly say that I don't know how I would ever tolerate painting my nails if I didn't have a top coat that dried fast. I have OPI drip dry, am out of it, and I'll put it on. If my nails are taking too long to dry and it's kind of tacky, I'll use my OPI drip dry, and I do love it, but really, like, I have this top coat, and it's the super shiny, and they misspell shiny, so it makes me crazy. So then I have to misspell it, and I wonder if people are thinking that I'm misspelling it, but that's just how it's spelled. This top coat by C&D does not dry fast at all, but I still use it because it does make my nails super shiny, and if I have time to kind of sit there, I'll wear it. But I will generally finish with drip dry if I'm using this top coat. But things like Sage, this is my Sage Clear, but Sage Vite is over there on the other table, dries fast enough to where when you paint your nails and you do one top coat of this, within a few minutes your nails are completely dry. So if you're frustrated that your nails are always wet and bumping things and you've never really thought about a top coat, please invest in a fast dry top coat. My favorite is Sage Vite. People don't like it for certain reasons, and you can Google that. Posh is a good one. People say Out the Door is good, but Out the Door does not dry fast to me, and I hate Out the Door. But I know even Revlon makes a fast dry top coat. I'm not sure how well they are in preventative chip wear, but a fast dry top coat is a lifesaver if you're impatient like me, because I could not sit there for 20 minutes with wet nails, and a fast dry top coat is an absolute must. So if you're frustrated from painting your nails and you hadn't gone that route, look into a fast dry top coat because it really does make everything better. Okay, I hope it was helpful. I'm sorry, I'm just, there really isn't a technique. All I can say is to clean up immediately after so you don't have pools of polish right here. And you can use card, even fold it in half so it's sturdier, and use that card to clean up, because I do that. Wipe it off if you dip in there, you know? Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.